Hi flower friends, Nicole from Flower Hill Farm, and it is an absolutely absurdly beautiful day out. It's about 50 degrees. It's the Sunday after Thanksgiving. We usually have quite a bit of snow on the ground by now, and we don't. It's pretty mild here, but I wanted to talk to you guys. A lot of people are asking about, well, first of all, what is a CSA and how do you run a CSA, or how do you become part of a CSA? So I'm talking about this because I just sold all of mine this weekend, all of mine for 2021. I had a Black Friday / Small Business Saturday sale, and the first set of my CSA memberships sold out in 6 minutes. And then within an hour, they were all gone. So let me explain to you first what a CSA is. So a CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture, and it's something that's very old. It's been happening for, I don't know, as long as there have been farmers, really. So what it does is a customer will pay for goods, whether it be vegetables or flowers or chicken or milk, in advance of the season. It allows the farmer really to get a jump start financially on their season, whether it be buying seeds or having tractor repairs, whatever you need to start your season, whatever you're farming. So when it comes to flowers, I call mine a Bouquet Club subscription. It's a CSA. So Bouquet Club CSA. So last year was my first year doing a CSA, and I made a few mistakes. So I was going to share those with you guys. I have shared my mistakes on prior videos, but this will all be clumped together. So I think my first mistake, well, let me just tell you what I did right, first of all. So how did I advertise? How did I get the word out there? So I offered my CSA for sale in November, like Black Friday 2019, and I had one person purchase the CSA. And you know, people didn't really know what it was going to be like. They didn't know. It was my first year selling on such a grand scale, and so there wasn't a lot of interest, but I had one customer. I had one. She was my very first one, and I treated her extra special all year long. And I built excitement by just posting pictures of what I had already been growing, what I was planning to grow, what I was planning on doing with the CSA. So by the time I got to the spring, and it was March, late March, April, I started to get some tulips, I started to get daffodils. I was starting to have flowers available. I did something called doorstep daffodils in the spring when we were first under quarantine. And that was brightening a lot of spirits, and people were really happy about it. The flowers spoke for themselves, but I also spoke for the flowers too, if you know what I mean. So they smell amazing. Those daffodils are just in your face. You cannot ignore them. Everyone I delivered to kept commenting on how their whole house was brighter because of these flowers. So that got a little bit more of an excitement going. So then I launched, I can't remember if it was the week before Mother's Day or 2 weeks before Mother's Day, but right before Mother's Day, I launched the CSA Sales again, saying, you know, you get it as a gift, get it for yourself, get it for someone you love. And that's what ended up happening. I was planning on taking on 10 CSA customers because I still wanted to be able to sell to the florist, and I wanted to be able to do other things with the flowers as well, do custom orders and stuff like that. So I ended up thinking, I'm going to take on 10 CSA members. Be great. I'm going to be able to cover all of it. And I still was nervous at 10. That means that any given week you have to have enough flowers, filler, focal, all the spillers and thrillers for 10 bouquets a week. And being the first year that I was doing it so large that I still was nervous. So what if something dies? What if I don't have anything? What am I going to do? So I was going to limit it to 10. Well, the internet has a funny way of kind of going. So I didn't set a limit. So when you build a website, you can set a limit to the number of things you can sell on your website. And I had the CSA for sale on my website, and I woke up one morning and people were buying. I had one customer buy 2, one customer buy 3 for, you know, Mother's Day gifts for their mother-in-law, grandmother, mother-in-law. And before I knew it, I was up to 18 customers, and I was like, whoa, sold out. Because I didn't want to tell people no, because I'm really bad at that. I'm really bad at telling people no. So I'm a people pleaser. I want to make everybody happy. But I had to draw the line at 18. So how I contacted these people, ooh, a little bit of dirt on the lens. I can only see it because the way the sun's coming in. So how I contacted people was I sent out, I gathered all their email addresses and all their physical addresses. And I had a local pickup right here at the farm. And then I also had a delivery to Rome. The plan was I had an agreement with a local natural food store where my CSA customers in Rome could pick up their bouquets there. So then COVID happened and stores shut down, and that just wasn't a possibility anymore. So I ended up doing door-to-door deliveries in Rome. It took me a couple of extra hours, but I didn't lose money doing it. It was just a little bit more time consuming than what I had planned on it being. So it's about a half-hour drive for me to get there, and then the city is quite large. It's actually like spreads out over 15-20 miles from one end to the other. So, and some people live on one end and the other. So they all have the same zip code, but they're 20 minutes apart in the same city. So it took me a little bit extra time than I would have liked to do that. But I'm building this business. I'm trying to make my customers happy. I was willing to do that in order to get those customers to say, you know what, I'm going to come back next year. My communication with my CSA members were weekly emails. So I created basically a newsletter on Pages. If you have an Apple product, Pages automatically comes with the Apple product. And it's a very simple, user-friendly, you know, I'm trained on other graphic design things, but Pages is like simple, like drag, drop, pictures, headlines, the font's already there. You can make it whatever you want. You can change the font, change the colors, change the images, and it's just a very simple, easy to use, and it was fun to make. So it's my first season coming out with the CSA. I am sharing pictures of what I have available, and hey, CSA members, if you're interested this week, here's what the bouquet will look like. And I would have a mock-up of a bouquet and tell them what was coming up down the line too. And what I allowed customers to do this first big season was to skip as many weeks as they wanted. That's where I ran into issues. So I had customers skipping like 6-8 weeks at a time because they wanted to wait for the dahlias. So allowing the customers to skip as many weeks as they want ended up turning into a problem for me because I would be, you know, filling 5 to 8 CSAs a week, sometimes up to 10 or 12, and a really nice week, the Queen of Tulip, the Queen of the Night tulips. I think everybody got that, but you know, it was a problem because no one's CSAs were ending. So I couldn't, my initial plan was to sell a whole second batch of CSAs because I thought, you know, 5 bouquets, that's going to be over with by July, and then I can sell a whole nother set. In fact, I had a waiting list of over 20 people who wanted to purchase a CSA. So I ended up shooting myself in the foot with that one. So this year, the windows are smaller. They can still skip a week or two, but the windows are smaller. So I did 2 sections of CSA. So I have First Blooms, which is from the first blooms, as it says, through, I think in July 7th or 15th, the middle of the month, and then the middle of the month until frost. So you still have probably 8-10 weeks in order to get your 5 in, and who knows, if this works well, maybe next year I'll add a third. Maybe I'll do a spring, a summer, and a fall CSA. I just don't want to rush into everything really quickly. I want to make sure that I have enough to cover all of my bases. So the basics of the CSA Pickup. There's a set window where you can come to my porch on Fridays or Saturdays between 8 and noon to pick up your bouquet. In Rome, I deliver on Fridays, so I have the 2 separate ones. And you know what, maybe I'll reach out to the natural food store again and say, hey, remember last year we were supposed to have a pickup location? We'll see. So we'll see. But so I have a bunch of new customers. I have 4 returning CSA members. I know I heard from a few that were upset they didn't get in. So what I'm doing, the number that I'm taking on, because people keep asking me that, I'm keeping it small. So last year I did 18 throughout the course of the season. This year I'm doing 15 in each spot. And on Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, they all sold out on Black Friday, I sold 10 of each. So I'm holding back 5 slots in each CSA for Mother's Day sales, because I know people just love to give those for Mother's Day. That's where almost all of mine sold last year, and I know I've heard from at least a dozen people saying, I missed out on your sale, do you have any left? I told them, Mother's Day, I can't, it's really hard because you can't get into the business of holding slots for friends. It's hard, I want to, but that's not how you grow your business. You have to everyone has to have equal opportunity to become a member of your CSA. I can't deny someone who, you know, wants to be a part of this just because I'm holding spots for friends. So I told my friends, like, you gotta get in there. Opens at noon. I even made it noon because I have some late sleepers as friends. So I didn't want to open up the CSA at like 8 a.m., the sale on my website. So I waited until noon, and I had people messaging me at 11:57. It's not working, it's not working. It's gonna open at noon. Like, it's not me doing it. I set it into the computer at noon. That product's going to appear on my website. And at 12:06, First Bloom's CSA depleted. So yeah, granted it's only 10 slots, but boom, that's 10 slots in 6 minutes. That was amazing. And then the next 10 slots for the summer fall, I call it the summer breeze, that was gone within the hour. So it was a really great opening for that. And I know the Mother's Day ones are gonna be a sellout as well. So I'll have 15 for the First Bloom CSA and 15 for the Summer Breeze CSA. And I may be able to add a few here and there, we'll see. So anyway, I've been slowly making my way back down the property as I'm talking to you guys about my CSA. And if I remember anything else I want to mention about the CSA as I'm speaking, I'll let you know. Brad Pitt's coming on the four-wheeler. I just heard him. He's mad at me because I told him he was being too loud earlier when I was trying a video. I told him I was going to take all of his Christmas presents back. He knows I'm joking. He's coming though. So I'm coming back here. I have a 5-gallon bucket. I have my clippers, and I have my husband's Sawzall because I am going to, I don't know, I'm gonna make like a little winter bucket of just wintry things, some pine and some dogwood, and see what else we can find out here.
You yell.
I yelled at you. I did yell at you. You're being loud. Babe! Knocking a tree down. What are you doing? It got caught. What are you doing? Okay. This is me looking impressed. So this is perhaps the greenest part of the area right now. This is way back in the woods here on the property, and I am foraging for greenery, and I've landed in the perfect spot. So I was just taking a look at all this stuff around. Brad Pitt's right there. He's helping me because Brad Pitt used to work on a tree farm. Isn't that right, babe?
Sure.
Sure. When he was in high school, he worked on a tree farm, so he's good at recognizing a lot of these as well. But I learned how to recognize these because of my work as a nature guide with the Black River Outdoor Education Program. So a lot of this is, there's some white pine over there. So along with the pine, we have a lot of red spruce, and there's also some that don't look like either that I'm not 100% sure on. And I was using my plant identification app, and it said Christmas tree. So I guess we're gonna call them Christmas trees. So I'm just gonna be trimming. I brought Brad's Sawzall, but I don't know if I need it. I'm not gonna be getting any big branches. I'm just gonna take off these smaller branches. They're smaller than I had anticipated. So, oh, look at that big white pine. That's beautiful. I'm not cutting off of anything, so you can't even see that, sorry. It's right there. It's lovely. But I'm gonna be cutting off of the short baby ones that are here. Just for some greenery. So already in my bucket, I have all these little dogwoods that I clipped. And when I say I have thousands of dogwoods, I have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dogwood. In fact, where I was cutting earlier was an old power line that runs through there. And the people just came and brush hogged that, like mowed the whole thing down, taking out probably 20,000 other ones, but they grow back, and they grow back so quickly. In fact, they're doing my job for me because they're cutting them back, which causes them to sprout more. So fresh growth. Say thank you, power people. So anyway, I don't really have to cut that much. These branches are just filling out beautifully with the dogwood. And this is just for my house. This is not something that I'm selling this year, but I do plan on selling it next year. So we'll just see how it goes and play around with it a little bit. I know a lot of people who grow and sell flowers and do nurseries also do the wreaths and the Christmas decorations, and who knows, maybe I'll get enough to do a couple. So we'll see. I have sap on my fingers and it smells like Christmas. That's my favorite candle. What's it called? Evergreen? What's the one that I always burn? Balsam fir. I love it. See these birches over here? Sorry, beeches. The beeches are always the last tree to drop their leaves, and sometimes they don't all throughout the season. And these ones are a little bit older of a beech, but the little ones that are coming off the saplings, those are called sons of beeches.
Oh, nice try.
I know I was gonna hide you. Here's it. Where are you going, babe? So I've got my bucket of goodies. I'm gonna go back and just put them together in some sort of thing. Not even sure what it's gonna be. Thing. Haven't you knocked down enough trees today?
Nope.
Whew, the lighting is awful in here. I know. There's light here too. Now I'm gonna have recessed lighting on me. Ooh. I just came inside to get this, which is what I'm gonna be using. It was here on my wall with this beautiful decor, and I just took it off, and the missing Easter egg. The missing Easter egg! It's ridiculous. I gotta tell the kids. Where the heck was it? It was, don't, the M&Ms are not gonna be good anymore. They have M&Ms in them. It was inside the thing on the wall. Hysterical. My kids are currently fighting over M&Ms. Anyway, super simple. I just took the dogwood and the branches, put them in here, and then I made this bow real quick. It's just, I'm not very good at making bows. I'm getting better at it. But I'm gonna just hot glue it. Right, actually I might not even need to hot glue it. Yeah, just kind of stick it in there. It's cute, I like it. And that's it, super simple. And I'm not like whoa, I'm kicking the tripod. This is not something that I've been doing for a long time. I mean, I've always been foraging stuff, but I have not been using it for indoor decor, and I cannot wait for my cat to smell this and be like, trying to get up here, but she can't reach here, which is why I decided to put it on this little wall mount. So I'm so excited. Look, Santa's over here too. That about concludes my escapade in the woods today. I had such a good time. My hands still smell like Christmas. I am not gonna wash them. They're a little sticky. I probably should wash them. I did end up finding a couple of pine cones. I'm gonna save them. They're a little heavy. I didn't want to put them in the arrangement. I didn't want to try to hot glue them up, even though dropped it. I just dropped my hot glue gun. I did get the hot glue gun out because I was gonna hot glue gun the bow onto the front, but I didn't need to. I just tucked it in, so hopefully it stays. But anyway, I'm gonna be looking forward to learning how to do more of this stuff to extend my season. I already have the ingredients. I just need to put it all together and market it, which I think will be fairly simple. I do have people asking me for this stuff, and I just don't have it. So, you know, I'll have it next year or this year, who knows, I'll go forage some more. Anyway, so I'm gonna go and make some eggplant parmesan for dinner. I think it's one of Brad's favorites, and got all the ingredients, and I made sauce yesterday, so I think I'm gonna do that. All right, see you guys soon.